Hello everyone, how you all doing? Um, I just want to start by saying thank you to everyone that's subscribed since yesterday. Yesterday, which was my day 8, I had 25 subscribers, and I'm now on day 9 and I've got 52 subscribers. That's just mind-blowing, and I'm getting a lot of comments in the comment section, and I like to think that I've replied to every single one of them. I read every single comment, and hopefully I've replied to every single comment. If I haven't, I do apologise, and I'll try my best to get around to it, but I'm quite sure that I've nailed all them. So yeah, so day 9, I'm on day 9 today, and I've got my other foot firmly on the path, which I thought I would have yesterday. You know, I predicted that for today, and I have got my both feet on the path. I can see the direction of it. I don't know where it's going. I don't know the way out yet, but I can see the direction at the moment. And yeah, tomorrow will be my first steps forward up that path. So yeah, got a few people that are subbed that are also on day 9 with me. So that's amazing. That's brilliant. And all you day 9ers must be feeling a fraction better than you did 9 days ago. I know I am. Only a fraction. I've still got the incessant want for cannabis, and you know, as I said before, I don't think that's going to go away too soon, if ever. But yeah, day 9ers, nice one, brilliant. We can smash this together, can't we? And your comments are making me believe that we can more and more. So yeah, thanks for that. Sleep's just like non-existent still. I had a bout of cold sweats last night. I've had some melon today, as always. I've had a different type of melon today. I had a yellow one, which I think is a honeydew, which I quite like. It's better than a gala. But anyway, yeah, so I might try a bit of rice tonight. Yeah, as long as I don't smell it being cooked, I might have to go and buy some takeaway rice or whatever and just go and get it quickly and get it down my head. But yeah, amazing. I keep saying a lot, and it is what it is. So right, going back to the story of I'm just going to make sure this is recording, guys. Sorry. Yeah, it's all good, man. Get a bit scared that I'm not recording. I'd have said all this for nothing. But yeah, going back to the 80s and us smoking dope in my bedroom, and listening to like hip hop that was coming out of America. There used to be an artist on the radio called Tim Westwood. Don't know if any of you have heard of him, but he was like big into his hip hop, and was quite responsible for bringing hip hop into the country, really. Yeah, so we'd all be in our bedroom, not in my bedroom, smoking like mainly Afghan stuff, but now and again a nice bit of gingerbread Moroccan would turn up, and we'd get some of that, and it's proper Moroccan, proper clean Rocky with a nice stamp on it, and that used to come in like a red seal or a gold seal wrap, but it always had this like crown stamp on it, and yeah, beautifully clean Rocky. It didn't stick around for long. All the Rocky got fucked with, and what was coming out of Morocco was like all this dog shit Rocky that had like fucking lorry oil or diesel in it, and bits of plastic and fucking rubber bands and shit like that. It's just all compressed and just shipped over to here. And apparently Britain was the only country on the planet that used to buy that dog shit Rocky, but that used to turn up round about the mid 90s, but the Rocky that was getting was really nice, Moroccan hash. And we'd all be in my room like listening to some real good hip hop, and we was all into graffiti at that point, like graffiti art, not like just like, you know, ruining everywhere, but actually proper spray can art. We was all influenced by a big colourful book that come out of America called Subway Art. That's quite an iconic book amongst the hip hop community and graffiti artists, spray can artists community. So we'd all be chuffing on some nice Rocky and appreciating what we were smoking, appreciating that we was in a nice area, and being able to relax and enjoy it and appreciate what we was doing and understand what we was doing and understand how it's, how it was for us all. And yeah, we had a good insight to it when we did first start smoking dope. We had a good insight to it, and it was healthy. I'm going to say that it was healthy at that time for us. It's like once we were smoking dope, we wouldn't drink as much. Some of us would. Well, I wouldn't, but some other people would, because that was their thing. And albeit that, so be it. I mean. But anyway, yeah, we'd all be sitting there drawing our graffiti and that, and yeah, it was all quite good, we got into spraying some stuff around the subways around our way, and I remember spraying a piece, two words. It was about 20-foot long piece, just silver and black, stoned out my face. I was. I had a great big cone before I went and done it. I did it over 2 nights, but it was on a great big wall as you come into our town. If you're on a bus, it was like the biggest wall you see before you come into the underpass that come into our town. And I sprayed on it the 2 words "Impact House," and no one touched that for like over 10 years. No one even tagged on it. Everyone respected it, and people used to go down to where I sprayed that and go and have a smoke and appreciate it, appreciate my piece. And that was quite mind blowing. I mean, people would throw a piece of work up, and like within 2-3 days, someone's bombed on it, someone's tagged on it, your mum or whatever. And but yeah, some people should see it as like a sign of respect. But if you respect it, you leave it alone. And people left it alone, man. And I was just like, I used to come home from the army and still see that. No one touched it forever, well, for over 10 years. But anyway, yeah, I was quite proud of that, very proud. And so were other people, though. It's quite a big thing. And it was a known area. Are we going to impact after the smoke? And it was the wall of where my piece was. Yeah, anyway, so at that time we couldn't actually roll joints. We couldn't we couldn't roll them at all. We just couldn't get that pinch on the joints, rolling small joints, still couldn't get a pinch on it. Trying to roll big joints with rolling mats, still couldn't really get it all that well. So tried rolling machines. I remember making a joint of Afghan hash once, and I'd put so much into it, and was making it with tailor-made cigarettes at the time, and I put that much into it, it wouldn't smoke, it was too tight. And so I remember once just like taking the roach out and cutting the burnt end off and just eating the whole joint, tobacco, papers, the lot. Yeah, that weren't a good move, really. I was like, I threw my guts up, but after I did throw my guts up, I was like, I was right off my box. I mean, I was stoned out my face, but I was also had nicotine poisoning in my stomach. Yeah, right off my face. I remember taking my bike apart and cleaning every bit. Just sat in the garden, and my friends come around. "You're right, Tony," and I was like, "Yeah." All my biking bits all gleaming clean. But anyway, so I used to get my mum's boyfriend at the time to roll our joints for us, and yeah, that was really helpful of him, because we could go and enjoy our joints then. But yeah, anyway, to go and get dope back then, like I'm talking like mid to late 80s, to go and get dope back then, we had to go and meet somebody who knew an old man that sold it. And this man was like some wizard, like not wizard, but just a wise old man that smoked dope, and in the middle of nowhere. And it was a mission to go and get it. And it was like it made it all more like mysterious, and had a sense of like magicalness about it, and we'd go and see this man and feel quite humble being in his presence, and he'd speak wise words, and it was like an old Native American Indian bloke. I don't think he was, but it was very much like that. And yeah, we used to go and buy a dope and then come back from like getting 3 or 4 buses away, and like take us ages to go and score and then come back and have our joints and still have these words of wisdom in our mind, and it all, you know, added up to our experience of what we were smoking at the time. So anyway, we did that for a little bit of time, and then I reached 15, and the day I reached 15 I went and signed up for the army, and I was still at school. When I signed up for the army, when I signed up for infantry, for the Grenadier Guards, which are like frontline elite infantry, the Queen's Own regiment. Yeah, you can look them up yourself. Like, I think various countries have got grenadiers. I know the Germans did during World War II, and the Swiss have got grenadiers at the moment. The Canadians have got grenadiers at the moment, and the grenadiers were called in when shit was going down and people couldn't get the job sorted. We always got it sorted because we were heavily disciplined soldiers. But anyway, so yeah, I joined the army and I didn't really miss dope at all, because we're so busy from like morning till like 10 o'clock at night. We were really busy. Plus, I was enjoying being a soldier, training to be a soldier. You know, it's like I'm actually growing a backbone for my manhood, for being a man. Fucking manhood. That's your thing, isn't it? Your dick, your schlong. But anyway, yeah. So we didn't have time to like think about what we missed at home or anything. It's just like we got on with our job, and like back then we was only paid £10 a week. That's what was given from our paymaster, £10 a week to buy our tobacco, whatever luxuries we wanted, like sweets or whatever, all our cleaning kit, all our toiletries, all our boot cleaning kit, our uniform cleaning kit, brasso, stuff like that, hangers, razor blades, all had to come out £10 a week. But we would go home on leave during our training. We actually had a year's basic training because we were junior soldiers. We had a year's basic training, and we'd come home on leave and be given the rest of our wages that we earned that we weren't allowed whilst we was in the barracks. So I'd come straight home and like Jack Daniels all round, let's go and buy an ounce of gear, and like everyone could skin up out of it if I want to. And yeah, magical times. Yeah, and you know, without being at home, we wouldn't have been able to do that. All of us wouldn't have been able to enjoy that and experience what we experienced with it. So yeah, later on in my training, I remember coming home, and towards the end of my year's training, coming home, and I think it was my last session of leave before we went away to our battle camp to put into action everything that we'd learned over the past 11 months. We did a month away at battle camp, like proper battle situations the whole time. It's where we did gas chamber stuff, and you know, in the gas chamber, take your respirator off, and name rank number. So we'd give our name rank number, and then they'd be like, what's your mother's maiden name? Asking us just trivial questions, making us take a good lug of gas in, and yeah, we had to yeah, endure that. Plus, yeah, battle camp was quite hard, really. We got beasted. A couple of us got cut up quite bad and broken arms, and you know, through well, I can't really go into it too much, but yeah, just through doing like escape and evasion stuff, and being caught and being grilled, being not tortured, but you know, we experienced being waterboarded for quite a few hours, and various forms of like torture, I suppose, and enduring them, and seeing he's got the minerals to go through it and get through it and it not affect them. Most of us did not get affected by it because we knew we weren't going to get killed. We knew we weren't going to, you know, have our fucking fingers or whatever cut off, or so we just got on with it. And but anyway, I'm digressing. My last time I come home, we all went to a club called Shock, and it was when rave or techno, I like to call it. I don't like the word rave, but techno music was coming out of the Netherlands, coming out of Belgium, coming out of Germany, and some of that techno music was just like amazing. Like Germans can make some really good music. They make really good everything, but yeah. So I remember coming home. I think it was on a Friday evening. Come home and we all met down in town, and it was like we all could go to this club. So like it was from 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. And it was like the first time a club would stay open that late. And I remember it was the first time that I ever did acid with my friends, LSD. And back then it was on paper, it was on blotters. Yeah, I remember doing doing that, and that was amazing. That like blew my head wide open. But at the same time, when I was experiencing all these trips, I was having all these hallucinations, which were amazing. Um, it was sort of like it was all recalling hallucinations that I'd had before. Like I don't know whether in a previous life or whether I was hallucinating in the womb because my mum's drug habits at the time and her blood was going into my body as well. So no doubt I was tripping as well, you know. So it's like whenever I was having these trips, I was like, I've done all these trips before. I know all this already. And yeah, that was amazing. LSD is not for everyone. LSD is quite a strong drug. Um, and yeah, it's not for everyone. I know people that have fallen by the wayside and taken their lives because of it. A couple of people as it goes. Yeah, just didn't agree with them. So yeah, I actually see a picture of one of them today, bless his heart, and it's actually a video from the club that we went to, Shock, back in 1992. I'm going to say his name, Gibby Wayne, beautiful boy, beautiful man. He didn't really live that long to grow into a man who's like, but yeah, beautiful. Everyone misses him, total unique person. Yeah, so I think if you've already got some not mental issues, but maybe mental issues, or your brain chemistry isn't set up to accept these drugs and process it in a way where it's not healthy, but where your body can accept it and it doesn't go against its own chemistry, then yeah, that's great. I think that's what I'm saying. I've lost my train of thought now, but yeah, so yeah, so acid. um, that was amazing. I did quite a lot more acid later on in life, but as I go down and speak more about my experiences that I've had on other drugs as well as smoking marijuana, you'll find out about it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and try and cook some rice now, and I'm gonna go and just double check all my comments and just make sure that I've replied to you all. And yeah, if you are on day 9, I've said this already, we've got this. A lot of people are saying that we've got this. Yeah, we have got this. I was going to go on a lot more. I've got like a lot more stuff that I'm going to talk about, but I'm already at 20 minutes. So yeah, I will carry on this story tomorrow. Yeah, until then, tread lightly and breathe deeply. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.